What's up, everyone? Today, welcome back to another episode of Real Reacts. Today we're going to react to Watchmojo's top 10 Spider-Man games. Now, one of my favorites are the Web of Shadows, that Ultimate Spider-Man game for the Xbox, not Xbox 360 or Xbox One, just regular Xbox. Shattered Dimensions was okay, but Edge of Time is hard, like really hard. It was really hard to beat. Shattered Dimensions was easy, but Edge of Time was hard. Anyway, let's just dive in and see what's number one. I'm thinking that number one is going to be the PS4 game of Spider-Man, thanks to Insomniac, because they make awesome games. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive in.
These are the webhead's greatest virtual adventures. Welcome to Watchmojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Spider-Man games. Are you a fan of this video? Be sure to subscribe to catch our latest show, The Bolt to E3. 4 gamers take an epic road trip from San Fran to LA, gaming all the way. Watch the whole series now on Watchmojo. For this list, we'll be looking at the video games that feature our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
If we don't stop this, the city will fall into chaos.
I'm pretty sure we achieved chaos quite a while ago.
Number 10, SpiderMan GBA version. Sam Raimi's take on the wall crawler was a defining moment in the character's storied history. It also sparked the development of a whole slew of relatively good licensed video games. While there were hits across all platforms, our pick of the litter for the best game based on the first Spider-Man movie has to go to the side-scrolling beat-em-up on the Game Boy Advance. It might not be brimming with content, and it's far shorter in duration than its console counterpart, but the level of difficulty and the fluidity in the animation has allowed it to stand the test of time. Seriously, this game looks really good. Number 9, SpiderMan and Venom, Maximum Carnage.
Oh, by the way, the Amazing Spider-Man games were good too.
While The Amazing Spider-Man vs. the Kingpin was also up for consideration, we didn't have it in us to say no to the crimson-clad symbiote Psychopath. Based on the comic book event of the same name, this SNES title seeks players taking control of either Spider-Man or his old foe, Venom, in order to put a stop to Carnage's killing spree. Helmed by the classic side-scrolling beat-em-up style that you'd find in hits like Double Dragon, along with pixelated cutscenes taken straight out of the original comic, the result made for an oddly faithful and entertaining gaming experience. And the endless amount of superhero cameos was just the icing on the cake. Number 8, Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Legolas! Ha! Can you and the other Avengers track him
but
down? I gotta do dishes, homework, explain to my girlfriend why I am always leaving her waiting at coffee places. I mean, my life is really hard.
There are plenty of games in Spidey's back catalog that feature some serious and, in some cases, very gritty scenarios. While that's all well and good, a witty, lighthearted take on the character can also make for an entertaining gaming experience.
This place is surprisingly disgusting.
You said it.
Enter the Lego video games, which took all of Marvel's poster children and gave us a superhero game at its most comical. While he's certainly not the star of the show, Spidey features prominently along with hundreds of characters in the story mode. Add to that a number of versions of the character that are all playable, and you've got an unforgettable web-swinging experience.
Oh.
Number 7, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Hey, look at that.
This one was
There's
good.
a Mr. Tablet fragment, right there, waiting for me to grab it.
Why play as one Spider-Man when you can have 4? After an ancient artifact is destroyed, its unnamed power starts causing calamity across all of space and time, forcing multiple Spider-Men in different dimensions to step up and save all of reality.
The black suit! What am I doing in the black suit? I hate this thing!
With different abilities, art designs, as well as varying versions of the webhead's rogues gallery, there's just enough contrast in each of the 4 heroes here to make every character and boss fight feel unique. All in all, playing as the likes of Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099, and Ultimate Spider-Man results in quadruple the fun, most of the time.
Why'd you have to go and say that? Man, what a jinx.
Number 6, Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
This one was good.
Admit it, you love Spidey's black suit. whether for its superior abilities
Yeah.
or just looking sleek as hell. More often than not, it's a comic book fan's wardrobe of choice in a Spidey game. Too bad it turns out to be evil, right? When symbiotes start taking over New York, players have the choice to face the threat as either the traditional Spidey or a much more violent iteration. With fast-paced combat, plenty of narrative choices, and some rather thrilling boss fights.
To be
this
honest,
game forges a dynamic all of its
I wasn't
own.
a big
Not
fan
to
of
mention
the
that you
black
can totally hook
suit.
up with Black Cat if you go full dark side, so meow.
Be with me. Together we can be whatever we want. Free from want. Free from
I did
responsibility.
like it, but
Free to have fun.
Number 5, Spider-Man.
My camera!
I did like it, but I was the fan of Red and Blue. I love the classics.
If you call yourself a fan of the webhead, or at least you used to,
Oh, I
then you
remember
probably played
this
this
one.
game.
I
As the wall crawler's first breakthrough in
downloaded
3D, you were given a
this
whole
on a
plethora of
computer
diverse
once.
levels, fluid web mechanics, and
I
really all of Spidey's
didn't
most
even
famous
finish
foes.
it. I got
Even
stuck
some
on
of the original
one
voice
level.
actors from the animated series, and narration from the legend himself, Stan Lee. Then there's just the sheer amount of collectibles, ranging from classic comic book covers scattered in hidden nooks and crannies on each level, all the way to cheat codes that unlock new costumes, each with their own abilities. Able to easily stand the test of time, this is one of Spider-Man's finest outings for sure.
So, nice of you to join us for once, Spidey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was out saving the world.
Number 4, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because of that bite, I now have super strength, can climb walls, and have a sixth sense for danger. But fighting crime really puts a crimp in my social life.
When Doctor Doom, Loki, and a whole slew of other villains start causing chaos, it's time to call in the cavalry. This is the Ultimate Alliance, of course, featuring some of the most iconic Marvel characters in existence, from Iron Man to Ms. Marvel and Ghost Rider. Yes, and even Spidey. While he may be standing shoulder to shoulder with other heavyweights, the webhead feels right at home, as he not only provides his signature comic relief, but some slick abilities on the battlefield too. Throw in epic super moves, unlockable outfits, and some pretty large-scale boss fights, and this collaboration more than hits the mark.
I thought it was just Spider-Man games, not
Number 3,
Not like a
Ultimate
Marvel.
Spider-Man.
this one was good. I thought this was like
From the
I thought
comic
they
book
weren't
pages to
supposed
the
to put,
consoles,
like,
this particular outing looks like it was ripped straight out of the
other
Ultimate
Marvel
Spider-Man
games
comics.
with
As such, we get a much younger
crossover
Peter Parker
video
as he
game
tries
with
to unravel
Marvel.
the mystery of his late father's
Just
research,
Spider-Man
which
games.
just so happens to be a reinterpreted version of the Venom suit. Along with the comic book aesthetic and cel-shaded art style, once again the appeal of this game comes from the ability to play as both Spider-Man and Venom. While you can expect the typical mechanics of an open-world Spider-Man game whenever you're controlling Peter, the Venom gameplay makes you feel like a hulking monster. Tearing through enemies with those deadly tendrils is pretty satisfying though. Number 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes.
I never played this.
Another day, another collaboration, but this one is bound to take you for a ride. As part of an ensemble cast made up of all of Marvel and Capcom's greatest heroes, Spidey proved himself as a clear contender. As it happens, he's also a natural when it comes to the fighting game genre, thanks to his speed and web-based projectiles. Whether he's a key member of your ultimate NPC threesome, or you just never get tired of hearing him yell out, "Web swing!" he more than proved himself in what was undoubtedly one of the greatest fighting games ever made.
One for JJ.
Number 1, Spider-Man II.
Bam!
Spider-Man 2? Why this?
What many believe to be the greatest Spider-Man film to date also led to the development of a licensed game that wasn't just a great Spider-Man title, but also an innovative open-world game, period. While somewhat following the narrative of the movie, the vast open world was practically overflowing with entertaining side quests and a true sense of scale as you made your way through the Big Apple. On top of that, it also introduced a much more realistic web-slinging mechanic that is dependent on the environment, which would go on to become a staple of Spider-Man games ever since, even if those games ended up sucking. How's that for amazing?
Don't worry, MJ. I'll get you out of here.
Do you agree with our picks? Don't forget to check out The Bolt to E3, a brand new series from Watchmojo, where 4 gamers take an epic road trip from San Fran to LA, gaming all the way.
Now, I think Spider-Man PS4 has to be the best game, even though it didn't come out yet, but still. I never played the Spider-Man 2 game. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was good, but people like it. Anyway, that's all. There's gonna be a couple more videos later today. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, put a thumbs on the like button. Comment below what you think, share with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video.